Let's bring in Jeff Teague, former champion with the Bucks. He's the head coach of Pike High School in Indianapolis, his alma mater. A couple, I think, an All-Star in 2015, former first-round pick of the Hawks. Great podcast, by the way. 5:20 in the morning. So Jeff Teague joins us on the program. What happened last night? Why did Indiana dominate? Club 520, I should say.
Indiana played with a lot of energy. Like you said, the bench was fantastic. They've been fantastic all series, but they played with so much energy. You can tell that they really wanted to get that win last night.
But when you go to the bench, like if you're a coach and you know your bench is your strength or one of your strengths, can you go to the bench too soon in a situation like that?
Yeah, but I think that's what makes Indiana a great team. Like they can go to their bench early and they know they're gonna get some effective play. TJ Nash, if we call him TJ McConnell, he plays so well. I mean, he comes off the bench with so much energy, and he changed the dynamic of the game every time he steps on the floor. So when you know you have that bolt of energy coming off the bench, it's never too late to put him in.
He gets paid to be annoying, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
What's it like when you face that annoying guy, that hustle guy, never quits, high motor?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you kind of he kind of puts you on your toes a little bit. Like you know he's gonna come in with that energy. You got to protect the ball. So as soon as he checks in, you like, here we go. Here come the Tasmanian Devil. He's gonna be all over the floor. He's gonna be everywhere. And playing against him was annoying, but watching him play and probably like his teammates probably love him for sure.
Explain the defense with the Pacers. We talk about OKC's defense, but you're turning, Shea had 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not typical. So what happened last night that kind of turned them into a turnover machine?
Indiana was flying around. They were on a string. And they're not known for being really a physical team throughout the regular season. But this playoffs matchups, they've been so physical and attacking the ball. And they're making Shea see bodies. I mean, Nimhard did a wonderful job last night staying in front of him, trying to make him make tough shots. But every time he would spin or go behind his back, it would be a second defender there. And they played a team defense last night. Miles Turner was big in the paint. It was just a overall great team effort.
And now the pressure on Game 7 on OKC, right?
All on OKC. I mean, they play really well at home. We know that. But a couple of those shots missed early in that game, it could get a little spooky. I think the Pacers are playing with a lot of confidence. They really don't have anything to lose. Everybody expects them to lose on a Game 7 on the road. So they're probably going to play free. I can imagine Tyrese Halliburton having a big game. I'm actually taking the Pacers in this game.
Okay. All right. Did you have the Pacers from the beginning? Because
Nope.
Oh, you had OKC. Okay.
Yeah, I had OKC, but I told some of the guys that on the podcast with me, if it made it to a Game 7, I was going to take the Pacers just because I know the pressures that could be on in the Game 7.
Playing through an injury, Halliburton played 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that kind of injury, you'd probably be missing games during the regular season. But
For sure.
you can't sit down, go back in, go sit down. Like it felt like Carlisle was going to go, I'll get as much as I can for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And I don't know if 3 days of rest, how that impacts that kind of injury, if at all.
Probably not. I mean, he probably need a couple of weeks to get back healthy. But I just think that spirit, that toughness that he's playing through it, I think it went throughout the whole team. And you could see how they were playing. They were all connected. And it was like they had one goal to get to that Game 7. And I think they kind of carried that energy over to Game 7. I think the Pacers can take it.
Jeff Teague, you won a championship with the Bucks in 2021, head coach of Pike High School in Indianapolis, his alma mater, and his podcast, Club 520. You tell great stories. You're not afraid to tell great stories. Give me the story that probably got the most reaction after you told it on your podcast.
Probably the Jimmy Butler story. Jimmy Butler, he had a episode, I would say, during practice where he kind of went off on everybody, and he ended up playing us with like some of the guys from the G League and beating us and telling us about it. And I kind of told the backstory to it all, and then he got traded, so it was just a whole funny scenario.
Wait, so he's taking names, like he's going at you guys and bringing in guys to prove that he can. Doesn't matter who he has, he's going to beat you.
Yeah, he wanted to get paid. And basically he was looking to get that extension and he didn't get the extension he wanted. So he came in and he was trying to wreck shop. And he pointed out guys from the front office to the coaching staff to
Damn.
players on the team, and he just went at everybody. And he had a moment in practice and he was he was killing. He was letting it be known.
Is he crazy or calculated?
Calculated. It's not crazy at all, but he's gonna get what he wants, and he's gonna go to whatever extreme measures he need to get what he wants.
You ever play against a guy who made you a little nervous? That he was kind of crazy? Wasn't all there?
Uh, yeah, Reggie Evans. He scared me a little bit.
Why?
I'm not gonna say he wasn't all there, but you could just he, he was physical, and it just seemed like he wanted to smoke anytime. So I had a college teammate named James Johnson who plays for the Pacers in practice. And sometimes you wouldn't think he was all there, but he's very intelligent, very locked in. But he can get going a little bit.
What was your welcome to the NBA moment?
Welcome to the NBA. Nostro, I can't even say his name. Nostro Nastarovich
Yeah.
elbowed me in the nose for trying to dunk on him. That was my welcome to the NBA.
And what did you do?
Nothing. held the towel to my nose.
So no words are exchanged.
Nah, like he kind of apologized to me. He was like, "Hey, you're not gonna be able to dunk in this league." Man, I just held my, you know what I mean? Nothing I can really do.
What's it like to guard Steph Curry?
I told a story about that on the podcast. In a preseason game, we went to China for a preseason game when I was in Minnesota, and it's a preseason game. We were all having a good fun, and he was like, "Before the game, let's play serious. Let's like get a good run in tonight, y'all." So we like, okay, and he ended up scoring 40 something points on me in front of 30, 40,000 people. I was so mad. Like, if I could have fought Steph Curry, then I would have fought him. But nah, he's incredible.
But when do you know? Like, is there any indication when somebody gets on one of those heaters and you just know it doesn't matter what you do?
Yeah, when he starts dancing and
Oh.
doing all the shimmy and stuff, pretty much you're in trouble.
And then the mouthpiece comes out. He's chewing on it right in front of you.
Yeah, you get the running around, and Draymond Green get to setting the illegal screens.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you want Draymond on your team, right?
for sure.
But he's a dirty player.
No, I wouldn't call him dirty. I think he just plays hard.
Yeah, you would. You'd call him dirty.
Nah. Everybody got a little dirty game to him. Like, he's just been televised, I would say.
Well, we do focus on him,
Yeah.
but it feels like whatever it takes, he's going to do. But he made himself into a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, he does all the little things. He's a phenomenal defender. He can guard 1 through 5. Great playmaker. But he's that guy you want on your team, but you definitely hate playing against him.
But you're coaching high school now, and I'm curious about the Steph Curry impact on high school basketball. How much do you coach or coach against that style of basketball?
Nobody can shoot like Steph Curry, so that's the first problem.
Yeah, but they think they can.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. So everybody wants to shoot threes. I'm not against taking threes if you're open to shoot the basketball, but it's not even more Steph Curry. It's kind of like more James Harden that you gotta face, like the dribble, step back threes. That's probably the hardest thing to like control a little bit. But shooting threes, if you can shoot, I'll let you shoot 'em.
What was it like when Harden would get on a heater?
Oh, he was the hardest player to ever guard in the NBA, besides Derrick Rose for me, because you couldn't touch him. He can get to the foul line at will. He shoot that step back three, like I said, and man, he was incredible. When he was averaging like 35, 34 points a game, there's nothing you could really do with him.
If Derrick Rose doesn't get hurt.
Yeah. To me, if he doesn't get hurt, he's a top 5 point guard of all time.
What made him special?
His speed, quickness, his strength, and then his ability to make those floaters and tough shots. And then he was fearless, and he never got tired. Literally, I mean, you know how Tibbs play you for 50 minutes and it's only 48 in the game, but like He never got tired. He was always ready. He never set out games, and he was always in attack mode.
You got a good LeBron story?
Yeah, LeBron's my favorite player of all time. So I've never beat him in a playoff series. Like never won a game. So I got like PTSD from playing against him a little bit. But he's still my favorite player of all time. But I got a lot of slack and a lot of pushback from some guys because I pushed him into the crowd one time because we were losing. I was a sore loser.
Wow.
And yeah, I got a couple death threats, but we all good now. We all good now.
Wait, death threats?
Yeah, because they were winning the series, and I think it might have been game 4. And they were up probably like 8, and he was dribbling the ball. And he was kind of waving at the crowd, but we're at home, and the crowd was rooting for him. And I just kind of like, nah, not here. And I pushed him out of bounds, and you don't get on Twitter after that.
LeBron say anything to you?
Nah, he just laughed. He kind of got up and wiped his shoulder off. And crowd went crazy again, and I got ejected.
But he's your favorite player instead of Jordan?
Yeah.
Do you ask for a jersey from LeBron?
Nah, I haven't. I need one.
Who do you ask from? What jerseys?
I got everybody from my draft class mostly. So Steph Curry was an 09 draft guy. I got his. And I got a bunch of my teammates. So I got Giannis. And, I mean, I got hundreds of jerseys, but I never got LeBron. I'm still looking for LeBron and Kevin Durant.
What do you think happens with Giannis this offseason?
I think he stays in Milwaukee. I think his brother's going to come back. This is my theory. I think they're going to sign his brother back. And then they might sign the other brother that plays overseas. I think he just can bring his whole family over there. He like, hey, if I'm going to stay here, I'm going to have my whole family on the team.
It feels like there's 3 teams interested in Durant. Where do you think he ends up?
I hope he ends up with the Spurs. I know it's going to take some willing and dealing to get it done, but that's where I hope he ends up with. Houston wouldn't be a bad place for him. I think they have a really exciting team, an up-and-coming team, and I know he has a relationship with MA. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went there too, but I would like to see him with San Antonio.
What is he, 8th on the all-time scoring list? Something like that?
Incredible. Yeah, he's incredible. If he doesn't tear his Achilles, he probably on his way to top 5 for sure.
Top 5 in scoring?
Yeah, easy.
Is he a top 10 player of all time?
On my list, yes. I think he's the best scorer that the NBA's ever seen. I mean, he's almost shooting 50, 40, 90 for his career at 7 foot, and he shoots a lot of jump shots. It's incredible.
What's the scouting report?
Just put a hand up. I was part of the game. I played maybe a minute when he had that 49, like 15 and 10 for Brooklyn during that playoff run. Yeah. And I think that's the series he had. He stepped on the line after he made that tough shot.
Yeah.
Watching that game, I knew like he's incredible. There's nothing you can do when he wants to score the basketball. He's gonna score the basketball.
So you played 1 minute?
Yeah, if I don't even remember if I got in that game, but if I did, it probably was 1 minute. I probably got scored on.
So all you did is that's your defense for Durant is just put your hand up.
Yeah, that's all you can really do because he's 7 foot. He shoots right over you. You just got to pray that he misses.
Hey, congrats on the success. Keep telling the great stories there. Good luck with the high school team.
I appreciate that.
That's Jeff Teague, and it's Club 520. He's head coach of Pike High School in Indianapolis.